In the forest of Magaram, every young one had someone to play with. Monkey babies swung through the trees. Young deer raced through the grass. An elephant calf played happily near the water. Watching them, Koa's eyes lit up. Excited, he ran toward them. By watching Koa, the young animals stopped. One by one, they moved away. Confused, Koa followed the elephant calf. Koa says very softly, "Why won't you play with me?" The elephant calf hesitates and says nervously, "Koa, they said you are going to die." Koa freezes. Inside the forest of Magaram, Mahi continued searching for answers. One name refused to leave his mind: Poorna. Mahi studies the records. Silence fills the room even after Rana comes. Mahi asks calmly, "Who is Poorna?" Rana hesitates. Rana says reluctantly, he was one of the closest people to the farmer DFO. Mahi listens carefully and asks why he is in prison. Is Koa the reason? Rana immediately shakes his head and says, "No, sir." A pause. Rana says heavily, "Magaram is not only about animals, sir. We are responsible for its people too. But it did not happen that way. The consequences of those decisions, we are still living with them." In Ratnam's anger. While some carried the pain of the past, "Koa, you are going to die," others were suffering because of the present. Koa sits alone. The words continue to echo. They said, "You are going to die." Nyra approaches. Koa looks up. Koa asks quietly, "Mom, why don't they play with me?" Before Nyra can answer, the elephant mother steps forward. The elephant mother lowers her head respectfully. Elephant mother says quietly, "Queen Nyra, you have our respect." A painful silence. Elephant mother says, "But the forest is afraid." Then another mother steps forward, and another. Soon, several mothers stand together, not in anger, not in hatred, but in fear. Their fear was not without reason. A trap doesn't ask whose foot it catches. A dart doesn't choose where it falls. The danger may be chasing Koa, but the consequences travel through the entire forest. One by one, the mothers pull their young ones closer. The young ones leave. Koa remains where he is. For the first time, he understands. The forest is not rejecting him. The forest is protecting itself. Nyra pulls Koa close, holding him tightly. A mother trying to protect her child from a pain she cannot fight. Some wounds heal, some become anger. Ratnam carried both. Bali watches his son silently, comes close to Ratnam and says, "The people who did wrong have already paid." Ratnam says, bitterness. Have they? Silence. Bali looks toward the forest and says, Mahi is not one of them. He doesn't know what happened here. He doesn't know who that man really was. Ratnam listens, but the past speaks louder than his father. Bali says firmly, "Don't stand in the way of his duty." But Bali understood something Ratnam refused to see. Mahi was not searching for the truth because it was easy. He was searching because it was necessary. And once Mahi chose a path, he did not turn back. Whether it was for the forest, the animals, or the people of Magaram, he would not tolerate anyone standing in the way of their welfare. Ratnam says nothing, not convinced, not persuaded. The anger remains. As evening settles over Magaram, Mahi continues searching. Files, reports, prison records, forgotten names, forgotten lives. Then something stops him. A single document, a familiar name. Poorna. Mahi's eyes move down the page and stop. In the spouse column, the name is written as Susheela. Silence. The room becomes still. For a long moment, Mahi doesn't turn the page. Some truths are difficult to face, not because they are dangerous, because they belong to someone you love. Mahi never asked about Susheela's past, not because he was not curious, because he respected her silence, because he knew some wounds survive only when they are left untouched. And somewhere within that silence, he still carried hope that one day she would trust him with her pain. But now, the truth behind Koa was hidden inside that same silence. And to continue the hunt, he would have to walk into the past of the woman he loved. He would have to become the one person who opened her wound again.